the man who'll kill Dracula.
Greetings, whoever this may concern. Christian Aguilar here, back with another series review. And in today's series review, I'm going to be reviewing Castlevania Season 1, the Netflix original anime. Yeah, even though I don't think it's made in Japan. So it's American May. Yeah! So Castlevania Season 1 came back out, I believe, 2017, which is like 5 years ago now, which is crazy to think about. Because I remember watching this when I saw this being advertised as a new series on Netflix. I came home one day from school. I was still in high school when this came out. Came home from school and I turned on Netflix, and that was the first thing that they recommended me. You know how the big image that when you pop up the main menu, that's what they first show you. So I decided to click on it because I was well aware of the games. Like, I knew the game series, and I knew it was about a character named Simon Belmont. It was about him fighting Dracula and fighting vampires and a lot of other dark fantasy creatures as well. I was really interested in the series because I wanted to see what they would do with such an interesting property. So with that being said, I was pretty intrigued in seeing Castlevania having a series on Netflix, and it said Season 1 rather than like a rating on it, because I thought it was probably going to be like a movie. That's what I thought it was going to be, like a Castlevania animated movie. But to my surprise, it said Season 1, so I'm like, let's get right into it. Let's jump right into it. And I didn't even check how many episodes there were. Let me get that straight, because I was so disappointed when this damn season was only 4 episodes long. It was only 4 episodes long, and I didn't know that when I was watching it because I was getting into it. This season, I'm going to tell you right now, the whole show is really, really great. But I'm going to be reviewing them season by season because that's how I watched them in the span of 5 years. It always came out like either it was, I don't think they were annually, maybe like 2 seasons were like back to back. It was the next year they came out, and it was so irritating because literally, not to give spoilers away, but like the main characters, like, you know how you have a main trio of characters in any type of adventure movie or series? Usually in the shows and movies that we watch, the 3 characters meet up towards the beginning of the season or towards the beginning of the movie, right? So we have the rest of the season or movie to really see them flourish. This season ends with them meeting. So literally this feels like half a season. Season 1, it's half a season. And I don't understand why they did that. Maybe because this is like a pilot. This is like a pilot season, you know? So maybe it's like, okay, we're only going to give you the budget for 4 episodes, and let's see what you can do with 4 episodes. But if that was the case, why leave it open? Like, why would you leave it so open? Like, there was like hardly any like the hero and the villain hardly met up. I'll tell you that right now. Hero and villain, you know what? The hero and villain never even met up. We were introduced to the villain first, then we're introduced to heroes, but then they never meet up in Season 1. It's not until Season 2 that they finally meet up. And with that being said, when I went into it for the first time, I was like, dude, I was so pissed off. And I remember I had to wait, like, I think 2 years, a year or two, and I was like, this sucks. But within that waiting was the uncertainty of them making a Season 2. I didn't know if anyone else liked it, you know? It's like, even if people liked it, Netflix is kind of iffy about their stuff. Sometimes, even if a show is doing really good, it'd be dropped. But with that being said, despite it being so short, and despite it feeling kind of lackluster, because it just feels like it just stops where it shouldn't. Like where's the rest of the season, you know? And that was the one thing that like really threw me off and really was like, oh fuck. But it is so good. Like, the introduction to all the characters are really well done, especially Dracula. Like, I really love his motive as to why he's reigning terror on humanity again. Great stuff. I'm not going to spoil too much if you have not seen it. Regardless, if you haven't seen it now, you're lucky, because you can go right on to Season 2. So Season 1 might not even feel like, you know, this might feel like 3 seasons to you. But Season 1 might even not feel like it's cut off, because you can go right into the next episode. So lucky you. So that was my personal negativity towards this first season, was because I didn't know it was going to be so short. And it just felt like it came to a halt. If it was going to be 4 episodes, I kind of wish that they, like, wrapped it up in some little way, you know? So if there were to be a Season 2, you could continue, but if not, it was just going to be these 4 awesome episodes. I wish they kind of did that, but they didn't. So it just felt like, ooh, if they don't come back, that felt like a blue ball thing. So besides that, I really like the animation in this. The action sequences are really, really fun. The writing is funny. For a very conceptually dark series, there's some wit in here, and I really like it, and it really stands out, and it's not like it's overdone, it's not like it's cheesy. It's what it needs to be at times, and I really admire that. And we will see that same style of writing, that little wittiness here and there, continue throughout the series. And then of course you have like your badass moments that were like later down the line. But in this first season, I think Trevor Belmont has a badass moment in here when he's introduced, him taking out all the guards and stuff like that. I think the priests in the alley, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that introduction where he's taking them all out, that's pretty cool. I really enjoyed that. So yeah, the fighting scenes are really cool. Writing is really well done. The pacing of everything is at first it feels like it's kind of like rushing through stuff, because some of these episodes do feel short compared to your more longer narrative 40-minute episode length. But this one feels a lot shorter because it's only 20 minutes or 25 minutes, and it gets right to the next thing, and that you'll also see that recurring in, I think, future episodes as well. This is very fast paced. However, they know when to slow it down and give certain characters that room to breathe, and really flesh them out. And it's not like, because there's some shows that just like show you slow moments with characters that, if you look back, don't really like mean much in the end, or like they take too long. Like the whole scene's 5 minutes, and it's only like really at the end of that 5-minute scene, probably like 30 seconds, that you really get the juicy reveal or what that whole scene was trying to build up to. And that's where you get those 40-minute long episodes, I think. Not all TV shows are like that, but there's some out there that are like that. And it's just like, Castlevania doesn't waste their time with that. They're not going to draw anything out that isn't important. And I really love that. I really, really do. Nothing feels like it's filler. Everything feels like it's for a purpose. And everything you see is going to have a payoff in the end. Even in this short season 1, the finale has a breathtaking fight. I haven't seen a lot of anime, but I've seen enough to really admire them. And this final fight, despite the season feeling really short and coming to a halt and a standstill at the end, and it just feels like it cuts off, it does end in a beautiful fight. Like, the fight is really, really cool. Like, I think it's probably one of my favorite fights in anime. Don't try to show me otherwise, because I just really, really, really adore this final fight that Trevor has. And the fighting just continues on with the rest of the season, and I think it just gets better from here, So, with that being said, the rating for this season, I know I was kind of like vague in my explanations a little bit. I just didn't want to spoil too much, because I do recommend this whole series, actually. But of course, to start with this first season, going into it, be excited, because you guys got all the episodes binge right now. But just keep in mind, if you're going to, follow it per season, season 1 feels really short, and it comes just like right to the end. It's like just cut it in half. That's what it feels like. They just cut it right in half. It doesn't feel complete. It doesn't feel like a season finale, So just keep that in mind. But other than that, everything is great. Voice acting's top notch. I mean, animation is spot on. And even the monsters, those demons, the night creatures, the Dracula's Blue Fang. I think that's what he's called, Blue Fang. Because I have the pop figure. Oh, it's deep in the cabinet. I have the pop figure. I just remembered that I have a pop figure from this series, and it's Blue Fang. Because I loved how they showed him in I feel like it's episode 3 or 4 when Blue Fang come out, and it's all black, and the blue in their fangs and their eyes are just glowing like a neon blue, and it's just so freaking cool to see. Like, it's just so awesome. I don't think that comes back in any of the other seasons, so that is definitely my favorite highlight of season 1, along with the last final fight in this season, and also finally the Dracula introduction, his reasoning to come back and cause terror among humanity. Those are my 3 favorite highlights from this first season, right then and there, right there. So, with that being said, the rating I gave Castlevania Season 1, I put the rating on my phone. So, Castlevania Season 1, I give it 3 Skarsgårds. 3 out of 5 Skarsgårds. It's solid, man. Really great season. It has great moments in there, great writing and everything. Like I said, I'm just repeating myself now, but it does cut off halfway through, and in my experience, I'm rating it on based off my first viewing of each of these seasons. So my first viewing with this first season was really cut short, and it felt like, I hope it came back for a season 2, and it did. It came back for 3 more seasons. So with that being said, 3 out of 5 stars. It only gets better from here, man, and I cannot wait to review season 2 in the next video, or sometime like in the near future. It's gonna be soon, because I want to get through all of these, and I just finished 4. So this is a really cool series to talk about, and I will be talking about it more in the season 2 video. So that is it for today. Hope you're all well out there. Like, share, subscribe if you made it to the end, and I will see you all in the next one. Let me know what you think of Castlevania down below, and again, as always, hope you're all safe and well out there. Take care.